Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Archana Sharma. Today we will be learning statistics. So coming to statistics, first of all we should understand what is statistics. Statistics is nothing but collection of data, analyzing the data and organizing the data. So first of all we should know how do we collect data. How do we collect data? In general you can collect data by previous analysis. Few people will be doing analysis, you can collect the data from there, or else you can ask a particular category of people so that they give their data. Suppose I want to collect the people for example, how many glasses of water do people of particular ages drink. So I can go to a particular age group and ask them on average in a day how many glasses of water do they drink. So in this way I can collect my data. After collecting data, this data is totally unorganized, like it's not in a particular format. Like I'll first be asking to a 50 years person, then I'll be asking a 10 years old girl, or then to a 70 years. So whenever I collect the data is not in a particular order. Then I need to group this data into a single order, for which I can call this as organizing. I need to organize my data, then I can analyze the data. Like I can give a age limit, like how much a youngster drinks, how much old people drink, how much a middle-aged person drinks. So in this way I can organize my data and analyze the data. So why is this helpful? Analyzing data is always helpful, friends. You can find out that suppose this can be used in a medical field and so on. So statistics is very important. For this we need to use statistics. In statistics, the three main things which we use are mean, median and mode. So basically these are all the minimum, maximum difference values of the analyzed data. So first let's start with mean today in this video. What is mean? Average of all values is nothing but mean. So whichever values I collect, whenever I find average of them, that particular value is called as mean. So I have different kinds of data. Sometimes we're having raw data, sometimes we'll be having a data of intervals. So we'll be having different kinds of data. So for raw data, the formula to find the mean is sum of quantities by number of quantities. So when you are given a particular number of quantities, you can add all those quantities and divide by the number of given quantities. So for example, let's see, I have the data of 1, 2, 3, 3 and 5. These are 5 different quantities. So I need to find mean. To find mean, which is generally denoted by x bar, first I need to add these all values, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 by how many values do I have? 5 values. So I will be dividing this with 5. This 3, 3, 3, 9. 9 plus 5 is 14, and when divided by 5, this is giving some particular value to us, which is 2.8. So this is the mean of the given data. So this data is called as raw data because it's given in different quantities. Now coming to direct method. First we will see this problem, then we will go to that. So the first method is given marks obtained by 30 students in a class. So we are given 30 students. Whenever you add all this, you will be getting 30 students, and these are the different marks achieved by those 30 students. So one student got 10 marks, one got 20, 3 of them got 36, 4 got 40 and so on. So this is the total list. These are all the marks are below 100 because the total is 100. So we have totally 30 students. So the number of I drew a table which is similar to this, and then I wrote all the marks obtained is in this column. The number of students are written parallelly in this column. So the total number of students are 30 because you already mentioned, or else you can add these values, you will be getting a 30. So the next column we need to fill. This is where you find the actual mean. So I will take the number of students as Fi and this as Xi because I need to find the x bar now. So Fi here in this I will be writing Xi into Fi. That is, I will multiply this into this, so that I get how many students got how many marks. That is, I am multiplying the total number of students with marks, so that I will get total marks. So 1 into 10 is 10, 20 into 1 is 20, 36 into 3 is 108, 40 into 4 is 160, 53 is 150, then 56 2s are 112, and this is 240, 28 280, this is 72, this is 80, 176, 92 3s is 276, and 95 ones 95. So now what do? I'll add the sum, that is sigma is nothing but sum. So I'll need to add all these values. So after adding all these values, I'll be getting a sum of 1779. Now I need to find the mean. So my mean is denoted by x bar. What do? Sigma fi xi by sigma fi. So what is sigma fi xi? 1779 by how many number of students I have? 30. So the value is 59.3. That's it, friends. This is very easy to do. So whenever we have these marks obtained, you need to multiply the marks obtained into the number of corresponding students. You will be getting sigma fi xi. You need to add all those values and divide with the total number of students. You will be getting a mean. That's it, friends. This is the easiest of all the methods. The next method is this one. Here what's the problem here is, when you have large number of data, here you are having the data of only 30 people. Suppose you have of 30,000 people, it's very difficult to add all these values going till 30,000. So what do they do? To reduce the complexity, we will be using some other method called direct method. In this method you will be given intervals, like suppose I say 10 to 25, these are the marks. So number of people who got between 10 to 25 are 2 number of students. Between 25 to 40, 3 people got the marks between 25 to 40, and so on. These are till 100. So this reduced my value from, these are some 13 values, this is reduced to nearly 6 values. So this is reduced table. Now what do I do here? This is also very similar, friends. Here I will be writing I have this class interval, I will be writing the class marks, which I call this as xi. What do? This is already fi, I already said you. Here in this xi, what do I have? I will take the midmost value of this. You can add these values and you can divide by 2, because these are 2 values. 10 plus 25 by 2 is 35 by 2, which is nothing but 17.5. So this is the middle value of this interval. And what is the middle value of this 25 plus 40? That is 65 by 2 is nothing but 32.5. And 95 by 2 is 47.5. And this one is 62.5. You can also get this value. Check the difference. What is the difference between 40 and 25? It's 15. So you just keep on adding 15 to this value. 62 plus 15 is 77.5. So it's very simple. First you need to find the first value, then keep on adding the difference. The difference is, this is called lower boundary and this is called upper boundary. You should subtract the 2 upper boundaries. All these have the same difference. So you can directly add everywhere. This is 92.5 after adding 15. Now what do you need to do? You need to multiply number of students into this class marks. So here I will get it fi xi. So whenever you multiply 2 into 17.5, you get 35. And 3 into 32.5 is 97.5. This is 332.5. This one is 375. This is 0, 375, that's it. This 465. It's 465, and this is 555. So that's it, friends. Now you need to add all this. You will be landing at 1860. So this is the total value after adding. Now to find the mean, the formula is same friends, sigma fi xi by fi, which is 1860 by the total number of students are 30, so you will be getting 62. So this value is also very near to the value which we did from the above method. So that was the next method. The third method is assumed mean method. What's the problem with the direct method? Here whenever we multiply these values, we feel this as very hectic task, like 2 into 17.5 and 3 into something. Like multiplying the values is very tough. So we move on to this method, which is assumed mean method. Here what do I do? The thing is same till class marks. Each methods are interlinked friends. So this is xi and this is fi. So again the class marks is nothing but the mid value of these two boundaries, which is 17.5 in this case, and go on adding the difference, which is 15. So 32.5 here, 47.5, 62.5 and 77.5 and 92.5. So we get the mid values by this method. Now what I need to do is nothing but I'll select one value as a, which is the middlemost value among these all. So these two are the two middle numbers. I can take any of them as a. So I take 47.5 as a. Now what do I do is I'll apply this formula, di is equal to xi minus ai. So I'm calling this as ai because or we can directly take it as a. So now I need to subtract the xi value from a value. 17.5 minus 47.5 is nothing but 30. Again I need to subtract 32.5 minus 47.5. This minus 30 friends, because I am subtracting small value from a larger value. And this is minus 15. When I subtract 47.5 from 47.5, I get 0. And 62.5 minus 47.5 is 15. This value is 30 and this value is 45. It's very simple friends. Actually from this value the difference is 15. I already explained you, among any two values the difference is 15. So we'll get a 15, which this is minus 15 because this value is smaller when compared to this, and whenever you subtract this from this you get minus 30. When you come downward you will be getting a positive value, 15, 30, 45. This is very simple to write friends when compared to the previous values. Now what do? I do fi into dA, not fi into xi, and multiply this with this. So I will be getting 2 into minus 30 is minus 60, this is minus 45, 0 into anything is 0, and 15 into 6 is 90, 30 into 6 is 180, and 45 into 6 is 270. So these are the values. Whenever I add all of them, I will land up at 435. Now what do I need to do is, I need to find the d bar. X bar is our mean. So first I will be finding d bar further. D bar is nothing but sigma fi di by sigma fi. So fi di is nothing but, this is 435 by sigma fi is 30. So this is the value of this. Then again whenever I need to find this x bar I need to find, so I will be adding a because I already subtracted it from here. So a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. Now the value of a is 47.5 plus this value 435 by 30. After solving this you will be getting value 62, which is very equal to the previous method and very near to the first method we learnt. So this is easy when compared to the previous method. Next I will be telling you a more easy method when compared to this. So the formula you need to remember here is, it's very similar to the above formula, just you need to multiply into h. What is h here is, h is nothing but the class size, that is subtracting these values, 15 is the class size here. What do we observe here is friends, 30, 15, 0, 15, 30, 45, all these are the multiples of 15. So I can take 15 common from all of these values. Now what I will do is, first I will explain you, then you can understand it clearly. This is Fi friends, this is Xi. Now this is also similar to the previous one, di is equal to Xi minus A. So the class marks are from previous, you can write those, minus 30, minus 15, 0, 15, 30 and 45. You can directly write like this friends. First write the 0 and above to it you write in negative, minus 15, minus 30. If it would be third value, you can write minus 45, and below it write it in positive terms, 15, 30 and 45. So this term is, I actually said it wrong. We need to interchange this. The class marks would be here. I'll rewrite it. Di is equal to Xi minus A. These are those values, and class marks are the mid values among all these. So the middle value is 17.5, 32.5, 47.5. This is A value, and 62.5, 77.5 and 92.5. So these are the values. This is the class marks and this is di value. Now you need to find a ui. How do you find a ui? Is nothing but x minus ai by h. So this is the value of ui. What do I need to do? Just I'll be dividing this value with the class interval, class size. So minus 30 by 15 is minus 2, minus 15 by 15 is minus 1, 0, and this is 1, 15 by 15 is 1, 30 by 15 is 2 and 45 by 15 is 3. So I got a much less value when compared to these values, because multiplication of them is very tough. I rounded off them to a very smaller values. So now FIUI is nothing but multiplying these values with the UI values. 2 into 2 minus 2 is minus 4. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. 0 into anything is 0. 6 1s are 6. 6 2 is 12 and 6 3 is 18. These values are very easy when for multiplication when compared to the others. So whenever you add all this value, you will land up at 29, and we already know number of students are 30. Now what do I do is, for finding the mean, I use this formula, that is x bar is equal to, what is the a value? 47.5, because I subtracted it from this stage. I need to add it here. So sigma fi ui is, sigma fi is 29 by sigma fi is 30 into h value is 15. So after solving this, you will be getting a value of 62. This is also equal to the previous model. So these are the 4 methods friends which we learnt in this video. I hope you understood all these methods. This first one is just adding the values and dividing by number of quantities. You will get a mean, which is very easy method. The second method is just multiplying these values after finding the class mark value, that is the mid value among this, and multiplying and dividing it with the total number of students, which is 30 here. Now the assumed mean method is, every method is interlinked friends. Till here it's from the direct method, you need to add one more column here, and in this method, in step division method, till here it is already present in the assumed mean method, and you are adding this column. So each method is interlinked with each other, and almost all you have the same formula. So since to decrease the complexity, we went on enhancing the method so that we understand, and it's very easy for us to do the multiplication. In my next video, I will be explaining about mode and median friends. Thank you. Have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can see my further videos. Do click the bell icon so that you can get the notifications. Thank you guys. Bye bye.